Here's Bruce Arena, coach of the Los Angeles Galaxy.
Evening. LA Galaxy head coach, general manager Bruce Arena, following the Galaxy's 2-1 win over Sporting Kansas City. We'll jump straight into questions.
For Brendan, this is still the afternoon. He's a late nighter.
Yeah. Adam, go ahead.
Bruce, just a kind of a wild game over routine.
Yeah, you know, when you play hard and you hang in there, and you know, once in a while you get a little bit lucky and the ball bounces your way. We've been on the short end of those a few times, so I think these things balance out. I think our second half, though, we played better. We were much more aggressive, competed a little bit better. Everything on game was a little bit better. So on the night, I thought we played well, considering you know, a little bit of a makeshift lineup for sure. So I'm real pleased with our players. I think, you know, to play 2 games in a row without Robbie Keane, and tonight starting without Giassi and Omar, and getting a result is very impressive. So I'm pleased for our team.
Larry?
You almost breathed a sigh of relief after that game. Close call after close call.
Sigh of relief after every game.
Well,
this is not a good way to make a living.
You were frustrated much of the game with the officiating, or just.
I wouldn't say that. It's like every game. I don't think it's any different in any game in this league. I don't think this game was any different in most of the games we played, to be honest with you.
Josh?
Bruce, what did you see out of Bradford Jamieson tonight?
A player to play with a lot of confidence, and was aggressive. You know, we told him when in doubt, run. And you know, his pace, I think, was a factor in the game. And you know, we lack a little bit of speed, so to have him in the lineup was important. And then I think at the end of the game with he and Giassi, they were threats, and they put Kansas City on the heels at times. So I think for his, I don't even know if that's his first start.
Yeah.
It's a pretty impressive game for his first game.
Go ahead.
Bruce, did you have a plan before the game for Giassi and Omar, or were you just kind of feeling it out as far as their minutes?
Clearly, with Giassi, he would, you know, play 20 to 30 minutes. He could. Same with Mika, and then Omar. You know, we were going to hold, and you know, thinking that we may use him at the end of the game. So that's kind of really the substitutions we used tonight were the ones we thought we were going to use. And I thought those guys all did well and obviously contributed to our success.
So?
Bruce, you mentioned the patchwork lineup, but what does a win like that, the way you did it, coming out of that, what can you build on?
Well, I think it's good. You know, you know, this league is you know, a unique league, and every game's a battle. Teams are pretty even in MLS, and anytime you win a game, you got to take it, and especially when you play a good team like Sporting Kansas City. So that, you know, that's obviously a great result, and you know, and we were a little bit fortunate at the end, but I thought we played real hard and positioned ourselves to get a break, because we put a lot of pressure on them in the last 10 to 15 minutes, and you know, we're just pleased that the ball bounced in our favor.
Sean?
How do you think AJ and Meyer did paired together today?
Did a good job. You know, I think their goal, we made a few mistakes and all, but on the night, you know, I don't think Jaime was tested a whole lot. You know, I could be wrong. There were a couple of saves. He had to come off his line a few times and jump on some balls, played behind our line. For the most part, I think we did a good job. They're a good team. I think the combination of Dwyer up front and the midfield of Espinosa and Feilhaber is, you know, it's a good trio of players, and they're dangerous. And I think for the most part, we did a good job on it.
Josh, last question.
Bruce, do you think both Omar and Giassi should have had a little more confidence coming into this game, coming off the U.S. game?
You can ask them those questions. You know.
Did you see a spark from them?
A spark?
A spark, yes.
Well, Giassi did very well, and Omar, I think they gave him credit for the goal, scored the winning goal. You want to call that a spark or whatever, I think they contributed greatly tonight, and Mika as well. So I think our 3 reserves did a real good job, and obviously helped get us 3 points.
Thanks, guys.
Hey.
We got a corner to start to the play, and Trini put in a great ball. I was sitting in the back post. The ball came a little bit shorter than I thought it was, and I think Gordo flicked it, so we can give him the assist. Went down, closed my eyes, stuck my leg out, and ended up going in. So, I just wanted to get it on frame, and I really did just stick my leg out, just try and get it in there, and score a goal. It feels good. Come in 15 minutes, score a goal. You can't ask for more than that, I guess, from the sub, and I'm just extremely happy because these guys worked their butts off tonight. It was a battle. KC came in here, played well, and to be on the other side of this kind of win feels great.
Getting this kind of win, it shows a lot of character, especially, they battled hard, it was really chippy, got really physical, they played the end. It shows a lot of character.
Exactly, that's what I basically said in the last question. The guys worked hard, it wasn't easy, they battled. Definitely the second half, we came out with a lot more energy, got around the ball. First half, we weren't getting around the ball as much, and picked it up in the second half. And, coaches told me to just go in and, try and get a goal on a set piece. And so I just try to do my job.
Is this what we can expect from whenever you guys face Kansas City now that it's a conference game?
Yeah, of course. KC has been a great team for the past, few years, and they put a lot of energy. They put a lot of pressure. They're a really fit team, and so now that they've entered the West Conference is even tougher now, and you can expect these games to be, gritty, tough, hard battles. So can't wait to face them again because they're a very good team.
Omar, with the lineup you guys had out on the field and the way they fought, like you described, but the way you win tonight, can you build on that? Is that like an extra oomph to the season now?
Yeah, it didn't start tonight. We started against Seattle where we wanted to battle. We wanted to, get around the ball, not make teams, not let it be so easy for them to play. And first half we weren't that close to the ball. Second half we picked it back up. And now for the next game in New York, where it is going to be tough, we want to be able to get around the ball because New York is playing really well right now. They're undefeated. And so we want to go there, make it hard for them, be a tough team to play against. That's the main thing. Bruce preaches that a lot. It's just being a tough team to play against. And so if we do that, then we're going to find our chances and hopefully win some more games like that.
Talk about the last 72 hours and just how it's been for you.
Flying back from San Antonio, meeting up with the team the next day, was Bruce told me from the get-go, we're probably going to start you on the bench. I was telling him that I wanted to play, I wanted to start. But he said, we have 28 more games in this season, so, we just have to be smart about it. So I respected his decision, and I was telling myself from the moment I woke up today, so whatever happens, if my name gets called, I have to be ready to make an impact and just be ready to step on the field. And so I had that mentality the whole way through, and ended up working out, so I'm very happy.
Did anything from that big win on Wednesday carry over into this game for you when you came out from the pitch? Confidence, momentum, anything?
Yeah, I think it carried on from Seattle. The good win against Seattle, great win against Mexico, and now to this where we win it in stoppage time. It just feels really good. It's been a great week for me personally, for the guys, and now we look to go to New York and keep the momentum going.
What was it like watching Bradford out there tonight?
Watching BJ out there, giving guys hell was awesome to watch. He has tremendous speed. He's a very great young talent, and it's great to see him out there on the field. And I look forward to seeing more of him this year.
How about the combination of him and Jamieson?
That does sound pretty dangerous, but hopefully Keno can get healthy, and then it'll be either Keno and Jassy or Keno and BJ. If he is hurt, then those two look mighty frightening.
How long did you tell him to go tonight?
Well, like I said before, I wanted to get the start, but Bruce was adamant that he already had this lineup practicing the whole week. He felt good about it, and he wanted to be smart and try and keep the guys healthy. So he was looking out for our best interest, and so you have to respect it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just walk us through that game a little bit. You know, kind of a weird game, very physical, and you get the win. What kind of character do you pull from something like that? And where do you get it?
Oh, this is a team. You know, we lined up with a team with a lot of guys out. So it says a lot about our depth and our character, like you said. We've got back-to-back wins now at home with you know, less than 100% roster and guys stepping up each week and filling spots. You know, it's great. It's great to see.
What was your impression of Bradford Jamieson out there?
I thought he did great. I thought he was busy and dangerous. Got unlucky, should have had a goal tonight. I mean, you know, he's just another guy that's stepped up in these last two games that have helped us get wins.
Can you talk about the impact of Omar and Jamieson on this game, having played the full 90 in for the national team and returning and being subs and people back out?
I mean, they're young guys. They should be able to play 2 games in a week. Come on.
That's 3, right?
Come on. Who cares? It's like 24.
Your thoughts on having to face Kansas City in the as a conference opponent now? It was really competitive out there.
Yeah, I mean, we knew from the start of the season that our division was going to be even more tough. It's been, in my opinion, a tougher conference for the last several years. So it just adds to the depth of our you know, the depth of our schedule, the challenges, and they showed it tonight. You know, every game's important, and this 3 points was huge.
This game was 2 wins against teams, Kansas City, Seattle, and then you get it on the road and try to get a road victory. You just have to have this sort of mentality to New York, or do you think, you know, it's a different country from that?
No, it's so different. I think that's something that we've corrected from the Vancouver game. Something that we wanted to improve on is our effort. There's no reason why we can't do it in New York. So that'll be our focus, and we'll have to go at them. Good. All right.
That game, a lot of confidence. When did you find out you were going to get the start, and how did you approach it?
He told me about 2 days before the match, and obviously, you know, I've been working hard with the first team and second team, getting regular minutes, and this is what I've been training for. So it's nothing. Wasn't really a surprise to me when he told me. I know there's going to be injuries, and I know there's going to be times where guys need to step up, like I said, at the beginning of the year. So I think I'll go prepared. I was ready.
How did you feel you played in this game? Probably should have got a goal.
Yeah, maybe 2. But you know, games like this, you know, when it's your first MLS start, and you really have to just have a solid performance, you know, for the fans and for the coach, you know, that reassurance, and even for yourself. For myself, I gave myself a lot of confidence tonight, and that's going to, you know, carry on throughout the season.
What did you feel before this match as you were headed to the stadium today? A little different?
You know, not really. I try to downplay it as much as possible to treat it like a regular day. To be honest, I woke up at like 8 o'clock and watched Netflix almost all day on my couch, and that's pretty damn, you know. And the night before, it was really it was a lot more surreal because I was like, tomorrow I'm going to be playing against Kansas City, and how funny is that? Kansas City last year, I got my first league assist, and this year it's my first game I start, and I think a good stepping stone for my career.
You spent some time alongside Chauncey. You guys seem really dangerous when you're
Right, you know, some chemistry there. Obviously, you know, friends on and off the field, and you know, some similarities in play, and that obviously it shows. You know, we speed together in the same kind of thinking. There's some dangerous things that can happen between the two of us.
There's also some similarity in your haircuts.
Definitely.
You started the game as a forward, you moved out wide, you spent time a lot in both positions. Which do you feel more comfortable in?
You know, it really matters in the formation, but as far as today goes, playing behind someone like Alan Gordon, I feel a lot more comfortable. You know, getting the ball and being able to turn and go at guys. You know, at numerous times today where I was getting it on counterattacks and just being able to run at them. You know, not stuck on the wings, but you know, as a starting position, it gives you a different angle to the whole game.
How impressed were you to play Omar and Jamieson? You seemed to them play the full 90 earlier in the week and came back in short notice.
Right. You know, that's it's big time. Obviously, it's hard to playing a game like that against Mexico and Texas, you know, and then turn around and come against Kansas City, where it's both big matches, and to yourself, really, I don't think it's as much physical as it is mental. You know, the same thing I was doing. I played Sacramento and then came on the bench when we came back to Sacramento. And I know for me that was, you know, it's hard to get yourself back into the swing of things. You know, you have to be ready for anything, and they both came in and did a fabulous job. Obviously, Jossie created chances, and Omar, you know, got the winner.
Who are you watching? Who are you watching?
American Dad, The Office, Barbershop 2.
How much, I mean, you talked about this kind of gives you a little bit of a lift, you know, when I come back next week,
You know, like I said, it's reassurance for people like, you know, Bruce and, you know, the staff. They know that I'm a guy that now is dependable for it. This has been one match, so this is really just the first one. The hardest thing is the next match, and the one after that, you know.
You recently turned down a U20 call-up. Did you sort of have this in mind? You told everybody that you would be playing some of these games?
Yeah, you know, it was a group decision. It wasn't kind of like, oh, I think this is gonna happen. It was, you know, as far as I am with Tab and how Bruce is with Tab and how we are as a group, we're very connected, and you know, we are connected to each other as far as communication. So he knows that we have injuries, and he knows that I was going to be getting time, and that's important for him. He would have been a little more keen on me going into camp. I wasn't going to be getting regular minutes, like a 90 minutes game tonight.
Thanks, Bradford.